We are here at the War Museum. Ryan, how you doing?
I'm doing well, guys. How are you?
We're doing great, man. We're doing great.
We don't have voices left, but that's okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
One hell of a show here, Art of War number 3. Lead us through the card and your thoughts on the overall event.
It was an amazing card. It was my first time coming out to Ottawa for the Art of War 3. Last time I saw you guys was live at Lansdowne in December, which was a solid event put on by Crew Jeff from New Era. And I'd heard amazing things about Crew Sacha at Ottawa Fight and Fitness and CapCity Fight Promotions. So I had to make it out. It just so happened that it worked out. So I came down with Mike Reed, and just an amazing show. The venue is perfect. I mean, it's so appropriate that it's at the Canada War Museum.
It's history, past, present, and future, right?
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Exactly. And then we have a fighting culture here, as you guys know. And just the entire card was amazing, especially the main card. Warwick Folk looked fantastic. He lost to Joey Dubois live at Lansdowne, that split decision where a lot of people thought Warwick won.
Yeah, and one of the best fights I've ever seen, actually.
It was,
so
yeah, it was an excellent fight.
Yeah.
There was almost no loser, really, to say. And then he went to the Pan Ams and didn't go his way for him there. And then comes here and just is shot out of a cannon, taking on Tony Richards from Real Fighters, which is a serious gym from Louisville, Kentucky.
Have you seen him fight before, Richards?
I believe I have. I know I've seen the Real Fighters guys compete at the TBAs. That's where I first got a look at them. And then I follow a lot of what they do on social media. Like Adam Edgerton, he fought tonight against the hometown boy Cody Lasker, and he put on a great show.
That was a hell of a fight, too. That was fight of the night for me, for sure.
And that's the epitome of like two pros at an open class fight, really like putting it on each other. The conditioning was at the highest level. The technical ability was at the highest level, the IQ. And it's really cool to see now the Americans coming north of the border to take on the Canadians, whereas for years we were going south and we had to leave the province. So it's a nice thing to see that the Americans are coming up and they're the underdogs for once, whereas so many times we were the ones that were the out-of-towners. It was a great show. Main event was fantastic. Dan Sopa against drawing blank, Zach Baldwin. Pardon me. Yeah. So Zach Baldwin used to compete for Loyalist MMA, then made the switch to Baldwin's Muay Thai and Fitness, and Zach Baldwin beat Dan Sopa, I believe, last year for their original belt fight. So you can see that Dan Sopa, he had something to prove tonight. It was another very close fight. I didn't know. I wasn't even scoring it. I'm just looking at it as a fan. And obviously Dan did enough work, which was great. He had an amazing 2018, won at the Nationals when he beat Charles Chen, and then went to the Pan Ams. Unfortunately didn't get the win against Colombia in the gold medal match. And earlier in December at Tri-City, he beat Patrick Armstrong by head kick KO. So Dan Sopa's a guy to look out for. In 2 years, he's amassed like 25 fights.
And he's what?
20.
20,
He's
right.
20 years old. So in
Damn.
2 years, he just keeps putting fights together. And Zach Baldwin has a very high IQ. And he was kind of, you could see he was visibly disappointed with how things went tonight, but maybe a trilogy fight in the future for these guys.
Now, what do you think about the Liberatore versus Morgan Puello?
I thought it was an excellent fight. So Natalie beat our girl from Land MMA, Tia Emberley, live at Lansdowne, and Natalie looked fierce in that fight. Tonight, I don't know if she came out a little bit slower, but Morgan, she had the hands, and I think Natalie tried to box a boxer, and that was a mistake for her. Her teep was landing. She had the teep, the low kick, the knee, all available to her, and she tried to engage in a striking, more of a hand battle with Morgan, and obviously she didn't get the win. But it was really spirited. I heard a lot of the fans, they said that was one of their favorite fights tonight. Those two ladies really put it on each other.
And they're good fans here at the Art of War, right?
The fans here are amazing.
Yeah.
Again,
Sold out, brother. Sold out.
Guaranteed. I don't know. It must have been a couple thousand people here tonight. It was honestly the best event I've ever been to in terms of when it comes to amateur Muay Thai. I was talking to some of the promoters last night. We were in Cambridge for Bloodline 6, and a lot of people were saying that Sacha, he set the standard for Muay Thai shows in the province. And if anybody gets the chance to come out to the War Museum for one of Crew Sacha's events with CapCity Fight Promotion, highly recommend it.
Would it be fair to say this is the best show in Canada? Is that like, as far as Muay Thai, would this be the best show in Canada?
It's definitely one of the best. I can't speak for what goes on in the western provinces, and I know Mike Miles used to put on some amazing shows out west. I don't really know what's going on. I'm so entrenched into what goes on in Ontario Muay Thai. I mean, we have an event every month sometimes too. Like last night we had one in Cambridge, then we flew out here tonight. And it just keeps going and going and going. So, but But I definitely could say it's definitely in the top 5 best promotions for sure in the province that I've ever been to.
Well, I mean, Sacha's a dreamer, right? He's always dreaming up something big, and everyone else is always playing catch up. He's got that good imagination,
Big time.
and he can cut a promo too, can't he?
The promos are the best. You guys do a fantastic job. I have to say. I just want to commend you guys on the efforts that you put in.
Just wait till next year's promo. We already planned it, and it's going to be pretty badass. Yeah.
Hopefully, you're not owing Sacha any push-ups or any kicks after. There wasn't a bet made before this fight.
Not this time. No.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. You guys, the promo for this event, and the fans that have come out to it, it just shows that Muay Thai is continuing to grow, and it's really, really, really exciting to see. And I think the next stage is just getting the pro events in the province.
Agreed. Yep.
Yeah.
What did you think of the gregarious? Fuck, I'm mispronouncing his name.
James Georgiou?
Yes.
Fantastic. He put on a low kick clinic. James Georgiou from Loyalist MMA, very high IQ, and I've never got a chance to see him fight live, and I've heard great things, and I've seen what he can do. He knew, he was fighting Remy, I believe, from Siam #1 Quebec.
Right. First time, and that Remy's from France. First time he's ever fought in Canada. So that was his Canadian debut.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's something I didn't know. I wasn't too familiar with him. James did a fantastic job of just exploiting the low kick early. And then when he wasn't getting it, you could see in the second round that Remy was actually starting to at least slide back away from danger. So then he changed levels. He started working on different techniques and started going to the head and then started confusing him. And then by the third round, you could see that visibly Remy was in pain. So
Come join us. Quick interview.
Cruz Sacha's here. Yeah, this is excellent. Let's hear what the man himself has to say about tonight.
Yeah. Let's. How would you rate this event tonight, Sach?
I would say it was a great success. It was awesome. I mean, all the fights delivered from start to finish. The co-main event and the main event were like bananas, like awesome pro level quality Muay Thai. Here in Ottawa.
We were commenting on the fights, but we were talking about the matchmaking a lot. The matchmaking was even, Steve. You had wars throughout the whole thing.
Well, I tell you, from like the very first Art of War, there might have been one stoppage, in these Art of Wars. Like they all go the distance. They're all superly evenly matched, and it's just some solid matchmaking right here.
Who does the matchmaking for?
I'll tell you right now, this guy right here.
So, what's the match of the night, guys? In your opinion, what's the match of the night overall?
I got to say Cody and Adam.
Yes.
It was fantastic. It was really nice to see. I'm a big fan of the guys, the real fighters, and always been a fan of Eric Haycraft. And it's hard, like I was saying, for the Americans to finally come north, whereas Canadians were going south for so long. Hats off to them, first of all, for stepping up. It takes guts to do that.
For sure.
And though Adam probably is a little bit down on his performance, his hands looked fantastic in the second round.
He sure did. Yeah, he was using his range well, and
and then in the first round, a little feeling out, and then Cody, the chance. Obviously, the fans gave him that extra boost, right? He found that extra gear and just started putting the elbows on him, and that definitely, won him some favor with the judges. Obviously, the fans were behind him the whole time. Great fight.
Home cooking makes a little bit of a difference.
Certainly,
I feel like. But it helps on many levels, right? Like it gives you that extra little bit of energy, and sometimes it can sway the judges into.
Certainly, it's a human process, right?
Yeah,
so it's and when you're with the way the scoring's done, it's not pro Muay Thai. Had it been though, with the amount of elbows he threw, he definitely
nasty,
he outscored in the third for sure. Round one's hard to look back on, but we'll go and check out the tape. That's a fight I'll be watching over and over for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So when's the next event, Sacha?
I don't know. I don't know. I wanna just chill out for a little bit, and it's a lot. A lot goes into putting on these fights. I mean. I'm kind of like a one-man show in terms of like matchmaking, just event coordination, all that stuff. We have great resources like you guys to help out on many levels. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of work on these shoulders. So it's nice.
Well, damn it, you sold out, brother! Like you sold out the place.
Yeah,
that's victory.
That's
ain't
it, man. Hey, but that's what Muay Thai does for you, right? It teaches you how to persevere, how to grind, and how to get stuff done, right?
That's
Even in the face of adversity.
hey man, congrats! Good show. Good show, everybody.
Great show.
Bloody Ballet. Well, who are you interviewing next? What's happening on your side?
We just had Vic Costa. He's the head coach of Team Canada, where they went to Pan Am. So we recapped the Pan Ams for Buenos Aires in December. So that'll be dropping next week. And some coverage, obviously, of this event and Bloodline 6 from Cambridge. And the rest of the year, just stay tuned, guys. BloodyBallet.com, and lots of new guests coming up.
Art of War 3. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.